Hey everybody, welcome to The Playful Life. It is Thursday morning. Thanks for joining me here live or tuning in at a different time to watch or listen to this podcast. So this is your place to find all things health related, whether that's mind, body, spirit. It's all connected. And I do believe that it's really important that all of those things are in flow together and harmony together to really, truly live a healthy and fulfilling life. So this podcast brings you things from tips on nutrition, exercise, interviews with doctors and people in the medical industry, as well as people who do massage and healing and different alternative therapies as well. So I want you all to live your best, most playful life and to have the best and most fulfilling, story at the end of it all, to really say that you look back and just lived an awesome life. So I do believe that health is a top priority for that, especially. All right, so before I get started here, I just want to let you know that we have a really, exciting thing going on this week. It is Fan Appreciation Week at Ron Harlow Media. So Ron and Aaron have had some awesome things on their shows this week. If you haven't caught those, you can always go back to Ron Harlow Media on the Facebook page and watch the really cool episodes that Ron's had this week. They are really cool, and he's just got such a great comedic presence. So you're going to be entertained. You're probably going to hear some local news, and we've got some really interesting things going on in our region if you're local. So be sure to tune in to Ron and check that out and get in on all the awesome fan appreciation happening here at Ron Harlow Media this week. Also, a mention of a couple of our awesome sponsors. We are sponsored here at Ron Harlow Media by Humane Indiana, and they are an adoption, adoption agency for pets. So, they take in strays and they take in pets that people don't want. And, maybe somebody just couldn't take care of their pet anymore and they need to find homes for them all. So what a perfect time. The winter, we're going to be spending time at home, and you can love and adopt a pet and bring that into your family and give it the love it needs. Also want to mention Baxter Printing. I love Dave and the people over there at Baxter Printing. They do a lot of great printing for me and my business, and they have a new location in downtown Griffith where the Poco Brewery used to be. That's where Baxter Printing is now. So be sure to check them out online or give them a call, 923-1999. I love that phone number. I remember that so easily because of the Prince song. But definitely check them out and go to downtown Griffith and just have a good time, and you'll walk right by it. So there's lots of awesome things going on in downtown Griffith. All right, so without further ado, let's just get right into what we're talking about today. And this is really interesting. I have found that people have excuses galore. And usually these excuses come from 5 different myths that I think we have been either taught or we came to believe somewhere along the line. And these are going to apply to both your health and fitness, nutrition, all of that, but also to your life and your life goals and how a lot of those things often fit together. So we're going to bust through these 5 myths together. You ready? All right, here we go. So the first one is time. And I know I've said it, I'm sure you've said it, but that phrase, I don't have time. I don't have time. It takes too much time. And this can be really, really disabling, right, to your dreams and your goals, because if we feel that we don't have time, we're not going to even pursue it or even look into it. And this is such an easy one that I think we go to, especially as Americans, because we run all day, we have very busy lives, and our culture is sort of designed in a way that makes us feel like if we have excess spare time to work on ourselves, we must be doing something wrong. So let's bust through this myth. So first of all, you do have time, and sorry to say, but we're all given the same 24 hours in a day, right? I mean, it's not like these people that we look at that are, more successful in their careers or in their health or their fitness have any more time in the day. It's not like God gifted these people an extra 5 hours, right? And we have to just look at our day and kind of cut the fat really with the things that we don't need to be doing. And also to give ourselves the grace to take that slice of time out of something else and put it towards personal development, put it towards exercise, meal planning, working with a coach, those different things that are going to help you towards your goals. So I challenge you to, I know we talked about this before, but find those 20-minute bits or those half-hour segments of time during your day when you might be wasting time. You might be scrolling through social media, you might be aimlessly checking email, you might be just scrolling on Netflix or Amazon trying to find something to watch. I mean, just really looking at every minute spent during your day. And this might take a little bit of time, but you can really just take okay, like where can I find these chunks of time in the week? Where does this make sense for me to add in exercise, to add in meal planning? Maybe you could throw something in the crock pot or, in the oven or, in your air fryer or something for a half hour or 20 minutes and then go do your workout then. So maybe that time can go together and coincide. So I would also love to help you with this. This is what I do for my clients. I help them find the time in their day to incorporate these things, and I break it down and really make it more manageable to find the time that works. All right, so the next myth, and we all hate talking about this, but it's money. It's too expensive. I don't have the money for that. Only rich people can, hire a trainer. Only rich people, can hire a personal chef that comes in their house and cooks for them and all these things. And we want to blame money for being the reason why, why we don't have money. Well, because we don't have money. No, that's not how it goes, right? We have to just step into the abundance that is life. And I used to think that was hooey booey stuff, guys. Believe me, I was like, no, you can't manifest or attract wealth or money and all these things. But in little ways, I've discovered that it's not about creating money or resources out of thin air, but it really is more about opening yourself up to feeling worthy of spending the money on things that are important to you. So I also want to talk about the millions of free resources out there. So if you are like, I don't have money to go to a gym or hire a trainer or a coach or something like that, like there are millions of free resources on the internet. If you go to the Crystallized Health Advisors Facebook page or YouTube page, you can find even free workout videos that I have done for you. They're there. Guys, the resources are there. With the internet and the information age, there really is no excuse not to look up healthy recipes, not to look up, free workouts and all of these things. So just putting that out there, like there are free resources. So be sure to check out those. And I want to talk about this idea of prioritizing your finances. So a couple of years ago, my husband and I decided that we would sell our house and downsize, move into a smaller home, and just sort of cut a lot of our overhead. So, we had a nice house, we had a lot of great amenities there, but we were so busy, like we weren't even hardly using any of the amenities that we had. And it was just sort of a money pit for us. And we felt like we were sort of working just to live in the house. And I mean, it wasn't like a mansion or anything extravagant by any means, but it was just a little bit outside of our comfort zone. And we said, we don't want to feel like we're working just to live in this house, just to pay the bills and do the maintenance. So we sold the house and moved into a smaller house. But at the time, we also thought of different ways that we could, kind of trim the fat with other financial things. So we got rid of cable, for instance, and we just kept our Netflix and Amazon Prime subscription, which is like less than half the cost of having cable TV. Guys, if you're not looking at your cable bill, you guys got to look at that. So that was, just like $100 a month that we saved right there. So just little things like that. Of course, I love shopping at places like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, but honestly, guys, Aldi has so many like amazing options for organic and healthy. They even have like grass-fed chicken and beef now. So I know like I would not eat as healthy as I do if Aldi didn't exist. So no matter where you are in the country, I'm pretty sure you can find one. You can even order things online from them. So go to your local grocery store and find the options that are healthy, and you're going to be saving some money. And beware of big box stores that often advertise that they have lower prices, because if you just shop around and spend a little bit extra time finding ways to really sort of trim out the extra spending at the grocery store, you can save the money that you would need to buy a little bit more healthier organic options, that sort of thing. And just this idea of how much is it worth to you? How much is your health worth? How much are your dreams worth? Are you maybe looking to invest in, starting a company or taking a course, or, learning a new skill, taking an exercise class at a gym, joining a gym, hiring a coach? What is the price tag on longevity? And when you think about the things that you want to accomplish in your life, and that health is really going to play such an integral role in that you have to have your health if you want to be a successful business person, if you want to see your grandkids playing around, or being at your kid's wedding and being able to dance and have a good time. And I mean, these are such like simple things, but oftentimes we don't think that far ahead. And when we think about putting a price tag on those things, I'm sure you would agree that all of those things are priceless, right? Being around for your family, being around for your friends, being around for your dreams, like, those are things, guys, they're priceless. There's no price tag on that. So, when you think about how much you want to invest, really think about how much those things are worth to you. And if you need to enlist the help of others or other resources, really, stop yourself from saying those words, "This is too expensive," because when you say that, you're devaluing yourself and you're devaluing the worth that you have to go for those things, right? So, be careful with the language that you choose throughout your day. All right, third myth that we're going to bust through. This should be easy. Oh, I can't even, let's just wipe that right out. Guys, it's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If life was supposed to be easy, what's the point, right? When I used to coach my classes at the gym, I'd say, if this were easy, you would never come back, right? You'd never come back, because the hard stuff that you push through and you accomplish, like, that's when you feel like $1,000,000, right? That's when you feel like, oh my God, I can't believe I accomplished that. And it's just like feeds into that spirit of, you want to keep going, you want to see what you can accomplish next. So that myth of this should be easy is just like just a total hogwash. Oh my gosh. So but I think that we can often get trapped into this way of thinking because we see the models on Instagram. We see the influencers in the business that we want to start. We see the people at the top of our industry and say, wow, I mean, look, they're rocking it. Like, we don't see the struggles that they went through for years or all the hard work that they put in at the gym. Or, I mean, when it comes to Instagram models, I mean, we don't see the Photoshop stuff that they're using, right? We often don't see that before picture, where they go through and edit it. So, I don't know why people out there want to make you think it's easy, but it's not. And it's not supposed to be. So get that out of your head. That doesn't mean that, life has to be a constant struggle and that you have to be unhappy every minute of every day. Of course, that's not what I'm saying either. But the fact that, anything really worth having in life is worth the struggle, worth the change that you have to undergo to become that person. And I love personal development and self-development because it really is about becoming a different person. That person that's going to attract those opportunities, that person that is capable of taking on larger responsibilities and bigger things in your life. So not supposed to be easy, but enjoy the journey, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And don't get hung up in how difficult it is either. And that's not to say like for you to turn on your workout video or to go to the gym and be like, this is so hard, this is so hard. Not to have that mindset either, but know that like you're doing hard things, right? I mean, when you go to the gym and you're sweating and you're really putting in all your effort, like that's not easy, right? And I think saying that it should be is sort of disqualifying all the hard work that you're putting in. So it's not easy, not supposed to be, but enjoy the journey, enjoy the struggle, and learn the triumphs that you can and the things that you can overcome. And I would also suggest, like, with the people that you like to follow, whether it's me or somebody that you follow, like a trainer online or an influencer, a business person, whoever that is, I really invite you to talk to that person or read their story, right? I'm sure they have a biography somewhere on their website or maybe a book that they wrote, and they talk about their personal struggle and talk about their personal journey. And if that person's really worth following and worth your time and attention and money, then they need to be transparent. I think they should be transparent with where they came from, because how are they going to help you if they didn't have their own journey, their own struggle, and their own story of triumph? So really, really important to know where that person came from. If you are really inspired by that person, I'm sure they have a story that you can relate to. So be sure to check that out. All right. Fourth myth: people will judge me. And this is a tough one, because I feel like this is often something that I don't get to the root of until I'm really in it coaching with somebody, and I discover that they have this one really deeply ingrained in the back of their mind. So guess what, guys? People are always going to judge other people. That's just the way we are. I don't know why, but human nature like just makes people kind of suck. And I will tell you that the people in your life that are going to judge you for being better, being more, going and getting more for yourself and for your family and your career, like those people do not belong anywhere near you, right? They're literally sucking the life force out of you. So this is really hard, because looking at these relationships in your life, they may be really close to you. They may be family. They may be people in your inner circle of friends that, you need to say like, hey, are you on this journey with me? Are you lifting me up? Are you being positive? Are you encouraging me? Are you going to celebrate these wins with me or not? And if you need to cut people from your inner circle, like you may need to do that. And this one is really, really hard, guys. And it's not so much a myth as more of just something that we have to overcome. And I will say that you are likely the harshest, I don't know if that's a word, but you judge yourself definitely more harshly than others. So keep that in mind as well. That, sometimes we think people may watch us or see what we're doing and they may be judging us from outside, but really that's just a judgment that we have on ourselves that we have to overcome. And I always think this too. When I put out a video or I put myself out there to the world, like, and we'll get into this in the next myth, but I believe that I was called to do something different, something special, and that, this is the dream that was put on my heart for a reason. And if there's going to be people out there that judge me, like, I can't think about those people, because there are also people who are inspired by what I do. So even if it's one person watching or listening to this right now that gets something out of this, like, game on, right? Totally, I've won, right? I've won, because that's one person that I've inspired. And I don't care if 50 people look at this and judge me for, what I'm saying or what I'm doing or my qualifications, whatever it is. I can't be constantly living in those people's story. Like, those people don't matter to me, right? And don't even give them power. Don't even give those people power who are going to sit there and judge you for doing the things and going after the things that you deserve. So that's a segue into this last myth of disqualification. So I've talked about this with limiting beliefs. I talk about, don't disqualify yourself before you even get started, right? But I do think that this is such a myth that we tell ourselves. This, I don't fit into that specific box, or that's not for me, or I tried that before and it didn't really work, right? These are all like little voices inside your head that disqualify you before you even get started sometimes. So how can we bust through this? I'm just going to call BS on all that, right? So, I mean, you are different today than you were yesterday. I mean, you're going to be different in 5 minutes than you were when you started watching this episode of this podcast, right? Because you have these different thought processes now going through your head, and you have, different things to think about in your life. So, that idea that you're not cut out for this, or, that's for other people, like, that is total BS. Get over it. Myth busted, right? And I was listening to a great series from Jim Rohn. And I've talked about him before, and all the great personal development people have probably listened to Jim Rohn in their life, but he has these 4 questions. The first one is why. So why do you want this? Why do you want that career? Why do you want to start that business? Why do you want to, have that family? Why do you want to be in that relationship, or have the better health, get the perfect body, whatever? Why, and what is driving you? But also the second question to that is why not, right? Like, why not have those things? And I think the third question kind of goes with that. Why not me? Right? Why not you? Right? So why not you? You were born in this unique body, experience, place, time to do something great. I don't think anybody was created on accident. I think that there is purpose for everybody. So why not you? Why not you? And this goes back to looking at those people in your life that you look up to and follow, and see what their story was, see where they came from. And I'm sure they probably had to ask themselves that at some point too, right? Why not me? Why can't you be the top leader in your company? Why can't you be somebody who inspires others to get their health and wellness in order? Why not you to be a doctor, or a therapist, or, something great in your life? Maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want to learn a trade, right? I mean, these are all things that, like, life is full of possibilities, and you're never too old, and it's never too late to go out and do something different. So why not, or why not you, and why not now, right? Why not now? This is such the perfect time. Always now is the perfect time. When's the perfect time? Now, right? I mean, if not now, then when? When are you going to pick up that book? When are you going to sign up for that e-course? When are you going to press play on your workout? When are you going to, throw out the cookies and BS in your pantry? Now. You're going to do it now, because why wait? Why wait for any of these things, right? We have no guarantee. The only guarantee we have is now. It's now. So do it now. I can't stress that enough. All right. And, also on that, just knowing that you were uniquely made, and the dreams and goals that you have on your heart, like, those aren't an accident, right? I have a great friend, Alicia. She is a pageant coach, and she helped me with my business. But, she always talks about sort of this like divine placement of dreams and goals on your heart. And I really do believe that it's not an accident that you want the things you want in your life. And, as long as they're things that lift you up and lift everybody up around you, obviously, I'm not talking about like, greed and different things like that. I mean, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother podcast. But, if you really see these dreams unfolding for you in your life, and they're going to help you level up and help your relationships level up in your life and your career and your family and all of these things, like, it wasn't an accident that this came to you. It's not an accident that's on your heart and in your mind. So embrace that and be grateful for the things in your life that you want, because desire is, something that comes from our divine source. And, God created us to have wonderful desires for our life, right? He wants us to want the best for ourselves. He wants the best for us. So really embrace that, guys, and don't disqualify yourself, because you were uniquely made in this time, in this space, to do something amazing. So start now, take the first step, and do something great for yourselves. So those 5 minutes again that we just busted through, right? Time, money, this should be easy. People will judge us, and disqualification, right? So we busted all through these myths. So now you're ready. Whoop, I just dropped my water. You're ready to take on, I got so excited I talked with my hands. You're ready to take on the world. You're ready to take on your dreams. You're ready to do something amazing and great for yourself. So with that said, I would love to invite you to take a challenge and do something great for yourself, especially as we roll into these holidays. Halloween's coming up at the end of the week. So I have a new group starting Monday, November 9th. It is for my 21-day program that teaches all about healthy lifestyle habits and how to incorporate healthy eating, when to eat, what to eat, how to eat, and also keeps you accountable to your daily exercise and to your mindset training, which is also important. And it all brings it into a community of people, of like-minded people who are not judging you, but they are lifting you up and celebrating every win, because, guys, that is so important. I know that it's not easy to cut ties with people who are bringing you down and might be judging you for these things that you do. But what you can do is sort of fill your space with people who are going to lift you up and encourage you along the way. And then, sometimes like that space gets filled up with all of these people who are on the journey with us, that, those people kind of fall out of your space that, want to bring you down and want to judge you. So I encourage you to, take the leap, do something amazing for yourself right now in 21 days. And, you're going to be equipped with all of the right habits that you need going into the holiday season, right? At the end of that, we're pretty much going to be right around Thanksgiving. So it's so important to have a support system. If you've been on the health journey, if you've been working towards better nutrition, working towards getting your exercise in line, the holidays are always a time that are very rough for people, especially because we are around family, and family just, they want to love, they want to feed us, they want to, do all these things. So, being equipped with these tools in your tool belt to pull out and have the resources that you need to keep you going towards your goals during the holidays is so, so important. So if you want to get in on that challenge, I do have some spots left. I would love to have you in that program with us starting November 9th. So go ahead and drop a comment below, send me a message, find me on Facebook at Crystallized Health Advisors, drop a comment down below in the YouTube, or, of course, you could always send me a message on Instagram, crystal.quagliera there on Instagram. So I want to be on that journey with you, and I want to help you invest the time, the resources, the mental fortitude into going towards your dreams. And having a group, having accountability, having people who love you on the journey is so important. So thanks for joining me today. I will see you next time. I'm going to be having some guests on the podcast here in November, so very excited. We're also going to be moving this towards all platforms where you can hear and listen to podcasts. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that great, exciting news coming up. As always, stay playful and have an awesome rest of your day.